So nearly 2 years down the line since I first started really having a bad time with mental illness, I still find it really hard to actually talk about it. And by talking about it, I don't mean talking about it to YouTube or on forums or to therapists even, or doctors. I mean talking about it to people who wouldn't necessarily get it. Which I suppose, when you think about it, is completely understandable. I'm talking about my friends mainly, my family definitely, and I'm just, because obviously as I've started making more friends at college, and also because I'm going into counselling again, I've had to sort of, I don't really want to say it all at once. Like, I haven't really wanted to sort of just say, oh, and by the way, this happened to me and this happens now and this is what my life is, you know, because if I put myself in their situation, I'd be really taken aback and maybe a bit, don't know how to deal with this, but it's difficult because you also want to let them know, because I don't want to be keeping secrets from them, but I don't want to shock them and make them sort of withdraw from me, if you like. Because I've no idea where I was going with that point. The dog is in my room, as you can probably tell, trying to eat my food, but anyway. Yeah, because obviously I go to appointments that I have to, I can't just sneak out of college randomly in the middle of the day, I have to say, and I hate lying, and I used to have a policy where I would just say, I just tell the truth all the time no matter what, and I've sort of started to do that again. I've sort of started to say, when people ask me if I'm alright, I started to say no, and just say, oh, I'm just having a bad day, you know. I don't necessarily go into details about it, but like, if they ask me why I'm leaving college early, I'll say I've got a doctor's appointment, and the other day I even said I've got a psychiatrist's appointment at counselling, and, you know, as much as I hate making people uncomfortable, which it sort of is, really, they do get a bit uncomfortable when I mention it, but as much as I hate doing that, I know that for the sake of our friendship it's necessary, because if I kept everything from them, they'd just think I didn't trust them, I didn't want them to know. Not that I know any of these things for a fact, it's just the fact that I tend to overanalyse people's views towards me, but that's a whole different subject. But I think it's a good way to tell who your real friends are as well, because if the people who I told back when I was at school didn't take it very well at all, whereas the people I've told now, even though I've only known them for about 3 months, I can tell already that they do not treat me any differently, as far as I can tell. And touch wood, this is real wood, touch wood, I don't actually have to find out for myself again that they're not the sort of people who can deal with it, but I think they are, you know. And as far as family is concerned, well, it's just a matter, it's just weird, I'm more comfortable talking to my friends about it than I am my real family. I don't know whether it's just because I'm close to my family, but I'm not like, I'll tell you everything and anything type of thing. And I don't think many people are, to be honest. So I just find it really difficult to broach the subject, because it's such a personal, I think it's because you're almost too close to be able to talk about that sort of thing. You're too emotionally involved with each other, and, you know, how I feel influences how my family feels, and if they know I'm feeling bad, then I will make them feel bad, you know, and I don't want to be involved in that. Yeah, talking about it, I think it's taken me a long time to even start realising that most people will actually take it very well most people don't really don't think of it as a big issue, which I suppose is what I want. Most people would just think, oh, okay, she's got this issue, this is part of her, that's fine. And I'm really, really glad that I've actually got, in the first term of college, I've got most people knowing everything. Everybody who's asked knows pretty much everything. So that's good in that now they know from the off, and they're going to have to start knowing more detail because I'm going into counselling next term. So, and I'll probably do another video on that actually because that's a whole other subject. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video about talking about it because I find talking about it really difficult. Like, even if I have in my head what I want to say to somebody, if I think, okay, I'm going to say it like this, by the time I actually get to say it, it will come out differently and I'll sort of chicken out and I'll go all shy, just because I don't want to make them awkward, make it an awkward situation. But I found that if I relax and just act like it's normal, then they relax and act like it's normal. And especially in an environment now where, I spend 10 hours a day at college sometimes, 10, 11 hours a day at college. And then I come home and I'm with people again, we hang out outside of college, so I can't actually hide it from people anymore. And that, for me, is it's a really good thing because I'm almost forcing my issues on other people. Not in a bad way, but in a way that helps me. I'm going around in circles and I don't really know what I'm talking about, but anyway, that was my little video about talking about mental illness.